Hey folks, I just wanted to do a quick update video to talk about gold, silver, and some of the digital assets and the recent uptick that they've had in value. Let's jump straight over to CNBC's site right now, and you can see that as of about 2:30 a.m. Central Standard Time, the price for gold is $19.30 an ounce, and silver is $24.27. Just say $24.28. And we'll jump right over to the chart so you can see the 1-year history on gold. It's gone not parabolic, but it certainly had a great run recently, and a lot of times, most of the time actually, silver and gold work inversely to the price of the dollar. And so if we jump over right now to the DXY, you can see that the dollar is at a 52-week low. Now, I would not get terribly excited about that and short the DXY, or even think that the dollar is going to go tremendously lower than this. Although if you go back a few years before, you can see that the dollar bottomed out here, and so realistically there's still some room to go to get to the lows that we had in 2018. But again, I'm not counting on that, because a lot of the institutional investors, and these are the what's considered the smart money, are long on the dollar, meaning that they think that the dollar is going to go up in value. A lot more long positions here than short positions over here. So keep that in mind, that the folks that are supposedly in the know, the intelligent folks, the guys who do this all the time, they're long on the dollar and not short. So again, take this with a grain of salt, evaluate your risk tolerance, and act accordingly. Let's get back to gold real quick though. One of the funny things here, and this is for folks that aren't in the precious metal game a lot, they see the price of gold here, and you can probably buy the GDX at somewhere around here. But if you physically wanted to buy gold, and right now it's at $19.31 an ounce, what would you pay? And this is about what you're going to pay for 1 ounce of gold. And I'm using JM Bullion right now, JM Bullion or APMEX or some of the other sites, or the big commercial sites to buy this stuff. But you're looking at roughly a $100 premium to get an ounce of gold. $100 over the actual commodities price on the exchanges, on Kitco or any of the other sites. You're looking at about $100 over that. Let's take a look at silver. Silver's trading right now at $24.24 roughly per ounce, and silver's had a really good run. You'd have to go back over 5 years to find a higher silver price. But what is an ounce of silver that's trading at $24.25? Let's just say, what does that cost you? And again, I'm using APMEX this time. You're going to pay $4 to $5 per ounce in what's called a premium to own a physical piece of silver. And this is just about anywhere. There are some better deals maybe on some of the sites, group sites on Facebook, and maybe you can find a local guy, maybe your local coin shop may have something, but roughly speaking, you're going to pay $4 to $5 in a premium over the ounce price that it's trading at. And one of the other things that you may need to look at is you can go to another site like Kitco. This is the site that I use when I'm buying or negotiating with somebody. I typically go to Kitco, and we'll give that a second to boot up. I typically go to Kitco to get the actual spot price of the day. And again, you're at $4 to $5 on silver and about $100 an ounce on gold. This is the dollar index, the DXY, and we looked at this a moment ago, but you'd have to go back to 2018 to get to anything lower. And so we're on a 52-week low, which is why most folks are going to tell you that the gold and silver price is up. And here's the Kitco price of silver. And typically, the Kitco price, this is what I use to negotiate and buy my silver and gold, is going to be a little bit lower than the actual CNBC price. So if you're buying this stuff, try to reference Kitco because you're going to get a better deal with whoever you're buying it from. Back to the DXY. We're at a 52-week low. I am not sure where support is going to kick in on this. I'm not a chartist or an analyst. Bitcoin real quick. Bitcoin's had a pretty good run recently. You can see where it's gone up from here. Certainly it's not at its peak though. Going back to August, and this is a 1-year chart, and then certainly not on a five-year chart. Kitco got really pricey, really expensive a few years. Bitcoin got really expensive a few years ago. And then the other digital asset that I like to follow is Ethereum. And again, Ethereum is looking really good. They've had a really good parabolic run here, actually. And then if you go back 5 years, again, you've had a really big peak back in 2018 compared to now. So this has a long way, in my opinion, to run. But long story short, if you are thinking about investing in precious metals, physical precious metals versus the ETFs or stocks, there's a few ways to go about it. Local coin shops, Craigslist, Facebook. Just make sure that if you're going to buy gold or silver, make sure that you meet the folks at a coin shop or you have a test or you're experienced with that. If you don't want to have the physical metal, then you can invest in the ETFs, the GLD, the silver, SIL. And then if you wanted to take it even a step further into individual stocks, you can buy miners or royalty companies. I've got a little bit of everything just to keep the portfolio balanced. And we're going to end it there. It's I am still in Greece, so I am up working. It's 2:33 in the morning Central Standard Time on July 27th, and here it's 10:30 in the morning. So I'm a little bit ahead of y'all. Good luck and good investing.